Rest. Verb. Cease work or movement in order to relax, refresh oneself, or recover strength. Noun. An instance or period of relaxing or ceasing to engage in strenuous or stressful activity. Rest is something everybody craves. Everybody wants it. Everyone gets upset when they don't get enough of it. It's something we all strive for, and frankly, we all need it. We all find different ways to rest. Some people love vegging out on the couch, just taking it easy, reading a good book, and having a quiet moment. Some people like working with their hands, cooking a meal, creating art, doing something that gets them outside of themselves. Some people like to work out, move their bodies in a way that allows them to think about every muscle, every fiber of their being, and not so much about the stresses that they face in their day-to-day life. Some like to travel and get outside of their little bubble and see what the world has to offer and how other people live. There's a variety of ways that we can rest, and I think the most important part is that we try to find it and we actually do it, because the best kind of work happens out of your rest. And it's the classic saying of, we work to live, we don't live to work. Hello everybody, welcome back to the vlog. Today's vlog is going to be a nice, relaxing, holistic wellness wind down routine. Why am I making this, may you ask? I'm exhausted. I'm also in my third trimester, so baby is starting to make me really friggin' tired. And we had a full day today of running so many errands, and it was pouring rain, and as you know, when it's pouring rain, people forget how to drive and everyone's really slow. So it took me twice as long to get everywhere, but it had to get done today. So tonight we are really just gonna rest. We're gonna recharge. I'm gonna show you how I do that. And this might be some people's normal nighttime routine. For me, whenever I do my nighttime routine, I am running through that routine. I'm trying to move as fast, as efficiently as possible so I can get in bed and try to have a fast time to relax. It's like I'm rushing my relaxation because I know I don't have a lot of time if I want to get a long, good quality sleep. And tonight I'm just going to take it easy. I'm gonna chill and I'm gonna show you what I do when I do a complete self-care routine at night. So, without further ado, I'm gonna take my hair out finally. Y'all already know. You already know. If you are a real one and this, you also slick your hair back, it looks alien-like. It's like standing on its own. It's time to wash my hair. I have to wash my hair. I put hair roll in it this morning from Prose, and I will talk about more of that. I will talk more about that later, but it definitely needs to get a good wash. You can see how oily it is. So we're gonna take a bath. I picked up some holiday kind of smelling Epsom salt soaking solution. I don't know why I just said it like that, but I really just need to take a bath and chill out. I'm not gonna take a super hot bath because my doctor said I should not do that. I think I would sous vide the baby, but I'm going to just take a warm bath to try to relax my body and my muscles. I hit legs this morning and yeah, I'm already sore. So in addition to that, I'm gonna be a complete iPad kid and I'm gonna watch some YouTube. I always list my favorite vloggers below, but yeah, we're gonna do a little bath and everything shower. We're gonna cook a nutritious warm meal for tonight. I'm also going to do some red light therapy. I'm gonna put on a movie. I'm just gonna have a true relaxed wind down routine. And I'm gonna take you guys along with me. So without further ado, let's go. spend some time in the bath, I get a little bit claustrophobic and I need to get out of there. So we get out and I'm so excited to wash my oily hair. And there's no better way to do it than with a custom hair care solution that I have found through Prose. So when I wash my hair, I do 2 shampoos because I find that the first shampoo does not lather and really get in there like the second wash does. So I really recommend doing that. And massaging your scalp to encourage blood flow is so important as well. Something that I don't have here that I ordered is actually a scalp massager to use during my shampoos because it will also help with exfoliation. I mean, your scalp is skin and it needs to have the same kind of treatment and care that you give to your skin and your hair. Thank you, Prose, for working with me on this video. I am pumped for this. I have tried countless of products. You guys have seen me throughout the years try these products, spend my money, and none of them were custom made for my hair. And Prose is a hyper custom hair care and beauty brand that offers made to order products. So Prose makes their products by looking at a variety of different factors about you. And everyone has very different hair. We all have different textures, densities, length, habits and routines, family history, stress, diet, and more. Yet we are expected to just go to the drugstore or local hair salon and just pick up our products and just use a one size fits all. And with Prose, you don't have to do that. You can get a made to order solution specific to your hair needs. I have really been enjoying just how healthy and how full and just how delicious my hair feels on Prose, and their products are developed in Paris and bottled here in the USA in Brooklyn, and they're free of gunk like sulfates, parabens, phthalates, mineral oils, and more. I made the switch from my expensive salon products to Prose, and I am so relieved that I did. I can rely on Prose to create a product suite that fits my hair needs, and every single product that I've used from them so far has reacted really well to my hair, from the shampoo all the way to the dry shampoo and everything in between. The hair oil, the conditioner, the leave-in conditioner, the curly hair thing that I never used to use before because I didn't know my hair needed it. And I really have just enjoyed how I don't have to have the pressure to keep looking for products that may or may not work. So now, as you see, I go in with my Osea skincare products and I just take a really long time to lather my face and to massage my face to try to make this a more luxurious experience other than wetting my eyeballs than just slapdash Sally putting this on my face and hoping for the best and that it washes it without really spending the time on doing that. So I get my neck, I get behind my ears because honestly I don't do that if I'm not washing my hair. I just really try to move around my face and massage it, and then I use my delicious sweet vanilla fig from Philosophy body wash and this antibacterial sponge that I found on Amazon. I'll link it below. It's better than the loofah that I have behind me. I don't know why that's still in my shower. I need to throw it away, but it lathers really well and it just feels so good on both sides, on like the larger, coarser ones and the smaller ones. And then I have a Brook linen little surprise here. As you can see, our towels are so ratchet. I'm about to show you, and I just wanted a waffle knit robe, and I did a lot of research, and honestly, Brook linen just has great stuff. I'm not sponsored by them. If they ever sponsor me, that'd be freaking awesome because I keep spending money with them. But then I go in with my Prose leave-in conditioner. I really love this leave-in conditioner, like so much. It makes my hair feel delicious and just really smooth, but not like too smooth where I know it's gonna get oily in a day or two. And again, that's because it is custom. It's made for me, and I really like the leave-in, and then I couple that sometimes with the curly curl cream. And my hair is pretty, oh my gosh, my tag is still on, that's hilarious, but my hair is pretty wavy, and I didn't really know that until I took the assessment. I'm like, well, my hair isn't pinned straight, and they definitely determined that it was wavy, and I used a curl cream when I'm going to be wearing it natural and not doing it as much with heat. Then I snipped the tag off because you know what, it's looking a little ratchet and I know I want to keep it, and I got the right size. It even fits over the bump. So here I'm using that curl cream I mentioned earlier, and I'm just scrunching upwards and trying to get it into my hair strands before brushing my hair and almost breaking my brush because my hands were so slippery. So wash your hands if you are using hair product on your hands before you grab your brush. And then I brush out my hair just to make sure everything is evenly distributed. And I really like to get on my scalp when I'm brushing my hair because, again, it helps with blood flow on your scalp. And you know, our scalp really doesn't get enough attention. Afterwards, I try my best to make a middle part because that's how I usually wear it. And it takes me forever to find my part. After a few tries and looking like I have a bird's nest on my hair, it happens. In between all of this, I'm also doing my skincare routine. I have all my skincare linked below if you're interested, and I just like to do it in between when I do my hair, especially if I'm going to be using the blow dryer at all, because I like when it dries in between each step of my skincare. Some people just like to slap it on, and I'm just not that person. I like when it settles and then I do the next step. So afterwards, I use my blow dryer attachment, the diffuser attachment thing. I'm not the best at using it, honestly. This is literally the third time I've used it, so I'm just trying my best out here. I've watched one 10-second tutorial. I'm definitely going to have to do a bit more because I am no professional. And now I have finished my hair care routine and it feels rejuvenated. If you want to try Prose and have a custom solution made for you, you can click the link below in my description and you can learn more about the company, take the hair assessment, and get hair products that are custom made to you and your unique needs. So one thing I absolutely love is being a glazed donut after my shower, after my routine, because here's what happens when I don't moisturize. I look down and I see that I might as well just be a fireplace because I am so ashy and I need moisture. I'm like SpongeBob in that one episode. It is said that it is best to moisturize right after you shower because your pores are open, blah, blah, blah. I'm using the Osea serum oil thing. I use this maybe once to twice a week, 3 times a week in the winter, but I am very sparse with it because I am not wanting to spend that much money because it is a little expensive, but it's great. I like the Osea and I also like the Aloe Yoga. Surprisingly, their body serum is also great. But I lather this on and then I move on to the bump. So bump care, let's just chat about it. If you're not interested in bump care, you can skip this time. Stretch marks on your bump are genetic, period. It is proven, but it cannot hurt to keep that skin as moisturized as possible, especially as it is stretching to its max during your 3rd trimester. Having soft, supple, resilient skin is going to help no matter what, even if it cannot completely change the outcome. There are many factors that go into play with stretch marks, so please keep this in mind as you're buying your products. My all-time favorite products, number 1, bio oil. My skincare esthetician that I used to get facials from, she is the one who recommended to me bio oil for my face, and I've heard from several moms that bio oil is amazing for their bumps. Second, I really like the Summer Fridays. I don't know who else who has used this, but I like the texture and I like the way it feels. It is a little bit more on the expensive side. I also like the Burt's Bees Mama whenever I am putting on a shirt and I need it to dry quickly because it does absorb fast into my skin. I don't really know what that means, but it does a job. And then I also have a Palmer's oil, just the basic bump one that you see everywhere, and I have that next to my bed in case I forget and I'm already in bed, I don't want to get up. So I use a variety of these products. It's really important to keep your skin as it stretches during pregnancy just soft and moisturized. After I'm done in the bathroom, I go into the kitchen, and one of my favorite things to do is cook myself a hearty, sometimes nutritious meal that fills me, that gives me life, that just has me satiated for the rest of the night. And it brings me a lot of joy to make it simple and just kind of work with my hands. So I don't know if anyone else does this, but I rinse off my salmon. It's kind of weird, but then I season it. I love the Trader Joe's salmon rub. That's like my favorite. It's my go-to to just put on the salmon. And then I just stick a few lemon slices on each piece. I'm using 1 piece for tonight. I'm eating 1 piece tonight, and then the next piece I'm just gonna use tomorrow for lunch. But I really enjoy just the act of slowing down, of taking the time to make a meal and enjoy the meal. And it's even better when I'm by myself. Sometimes it's like, what's the point? But when I used to live alone, and some of y'all used to follow me back then, I really enjoyed just cooking for myself. And there's something really special about making a meal and just really soaking it in and just making it a special occasion. You have to kind of romanticize it. Also, I didn't like the salad mix I got. I would have rather have used spinach or something a little bit softer. I also served it with a baked sweet potato. That's what you saw me check earlier to see if it was done. And don't come at me, but I put a little bit of Truvy on it and I kill it in cinnamon. And this is my meal, just a salad, sweet potato, and some salmon. It was so good and so filling and so warm for the cold weather. After that, I hate dishes. They're the bane of my existence, but it does feel really damn good to wake up in the morning and not have any dirty dishes in the sink. It's even a double whammy if there are no dishes, period, on your countertop drying or anything. It's so nice to just have a clean slate for the morning. So even though sometimes I really want to put the dishes off and I don't always do them at night, but I always try to do something to set myself up for the next day. Then I'm following this recipe. I'm going to put the recipe up here on the screen, but I found this on TikTok and I really love it. I love dates and I also love cookie dough. And it's not gonna replace cookie dough, okay? Don't come at me, but it is a good little alternative. And just keep in mind that this is very high in calories because dates are very sugary. And it's just, there's no getting around it, but it is not a processed food. This looks so yummy. It tastes so good. And I made some extra ones and I put them in the fridge. And it was just really nice to slow down after I made myself a meal and cleaned up from that meal and just make just a little treat, a little sweet treat. And then I do my hot chocolate. Hot chocolate has been my obsession for my pregnancy. I like the snooze powder. I got the chocolate caramel from Powders. I love using that and I couple it with my bone broth protein. I know it sounds weird, but you can't really taste the bone broth. It gives you some extra protein and I really enjoy this combination. I do half boiled water, half whole milk, and it is just exquisite. It does have that monk fruit kind of taste. So if you don't like that taste or like the stevia taste, I don't recommend this. I just recommend going full send with a hot chocolate. Those are just as good. Afterwards, we settle upstairs. My husband made this amazing movie room for us and I was very against it at first and I'm very grateful that he went on ahead because I love coming up here to just relax. It's like a little area, a little oasis with our mega couch. I'm watching The Proposal, so there is nothing like an early 2000s movie. I was so content finishing this movie that we started the other day, and that was my evening of rest. It is much later now, so probably about, I want to say 10:15. And we've had a very lax evening, but I want to just say it took me a little bit to get there, honestly. It took me a little bit to be able to relax a little bit. I was very wound up. I had a really fast-paced day, as I mentioned earlier, and I have a very busy day tomorrow. Do I have chocolate? No, but I wouldn't be surprised. But anyway, I'm doing a little split stance, as you can see, so I'm level with the camera because you're on my water bottle. Man, I get winded fast now. But what I wanted to say is sometimes being able to just relax is not always possible. It's not always achievable. It's kind of hard to slow down when you've been moving really fast, especially if you've had a busy work day, busy day with friends, with family, or just being around the house and trying to take care of laundry and do dishes and just any sort of like hectic movement. It can be a lot to then wind down, even though that's the only thing that you want is to take a deep breath and slow down. It's like you have to slowly slow down sometimes. It's not just like a hard stop. Okay, I'm done. And something that my therapist told me once is the emotional part of your brain can't just compartmentalize like your logical part of your brain. Like when you come home from work, and you're just like, okay, work is done, I'm leaving the office, I'm driving home, I know physically I'm not in the office anymore, but then you get home and you're still exhibiting the same amount of stress and the same kind of anxiety as you did at work, and you're like, wait, I don't understand why I'm being short with my spouse, or I don't understand why I'm being really anxious as I'm cooking a meal and I'm not in a rush. Like, that used to happen to me all the time, and it still does when I am just moving really quickly. And that kind of happened to me today. I had to sit, I literally had to pray several times. I had to just kind of sit and breathe and kind of do a little bit of like meditative stuff. I don't really know how to meditate formally, but I just sit, breathe, try to calm my nervous system. And being on my phone, which I chronically can be on my phone sometimes, does not help. Everyone says that, but whoa, sorry. It really damages me, and it makes me very antsy, and I had to actively put it away. I had to actively be like, no. And I had to sit down, I had to breathe a lot, and those moments weren't pictured, partially because my camera kept dying, and partially because I want to emphasize what people show you is a highlight reel. Like, the moments of kind of anxiousness, of panic, of not really knowing, of not perfection, of just realness happens in these kinds of routines. So the point that I'm trying to make is, in doing these kinds of wind down routines, I know what calms me down. I know because I've done it over and over and over again. What calms me down might look differently than what calms you down. What calms me down is working with my hands in the kitchen. Maybe not cleaning. The cleaning gives me a little bit of heebie-jeebies, but like making that little recipe of the cookie dough and the dates, that was a calming practice to me. And same thing with sitting and eating dinner and just taking a second. I put the camera and my phone in the kitchen, and I was in the dining room, and I just sat and enjoyed our Christmas lights outside. I opened the windows, and I was just like, whew, and I had to stop in the middle of my meal and just take some deep breaths a lot, because I can work myself up. And after that, I felt a lot better. I had my little snack that I made. I went upstairs, I watched some TV, but like, I was very antsy leading up to then, even though I was like, why am I antsy? Why am I antsy? I don't have a reason to be antsy right now. And it just happens, and sometimes you can't really explain it. So yeah, just finding methodical things. Working with the hands typically does impact and slow you down a little bit, and not working on the phone, but working like making something, or art or whatever, drawing, whatever it may be. We actually got a piano, and I was gonna play the piano, but I'm a little bit scared of the dark, so I didn't want to be in my study by myself because Luke isn't home. If you're wondering, oh my gosh, some of you guys might be like, wait, where's Luke? My husband, he's on a work trip, so I didn't want to just like sit by myself in the dark. It's a little bit dark over there. So yeah, you could do anything, and my encouragement to you is to find what that is and practice what it takes for you to get into the rhythm of slowing down, because it's not easy. It can sometimes be a challenge, especially if you just have a really busy life, especially if you have kids that are like Velcro kids that won't leave you alone until they're literally asleep, and then maybe even wake up in the middle of the night and come and find you. So I'm sorry if I keep making noises. I just can't help it. But I know I'm about to learn what it's like to have a little Velcro. All that to say, I just realized I have chocolate all over my hand. I hope I didn't get it anywhere. But I'm gonna finish my wind down routine now and do a red light therapy mask and read a little bit. Also, side note, I don't know if you noticed, but what also calms me down is very dim lighting. I literally am always almost in the dark, but it's just dim enough to set my mood and relax me just a little bit. Good morning, everyone. It is about 9 a.m. the next day, and I actually really have to get ready because I have a very packed day. But it was nice to kind of do what I wanted last night. That was so nice. So poured myself some decaf Sumatra. I've learned that I like Sumatra over the Colombia. I don't know the difference between the beans, but I get my beans from a local coffee roaster and I have them grind them there. And I just do black drip coffee, decaf, because the caffeine makes me crazy. Anyway, I just did some morning devotional. This really helps start my day. So in resting the night before to begin my next day out of that rest, I really like to spend time just praising my Creator. And I have resources to really awesome devotionals and my study Bible below if you are interested. But today we're gonna go get ready. We're gonna work out of the rest that we received last night. And my rest, again, may look different than your rest. So I encourage you to just find things that you think are restful and do them as you can and carve out time for that rest. And sometimes carving that time out is not easy to do. It's not a restful action to find time sometimes. Like, that is the one resource that all of us seem to lack and seem to really get anxious about whether we have too much of it or too little of it. I feel like no one really knows the right amount of time, and I feel like that is just onto the Lord. But we're gonna go get ready, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Please be sure to subscribe to my channel if you like this kind of content, and I am going to be releasing a video of prepping and getting ready for hosting for the holidays and decorating my house. So if you're interested in that, definitely subscribe. And I'm going to be doing a lot of shorts and also on TikTok, so you can follow me on TikTok and Instagram. Thank you guys for being here. I love you so much. Bye, friends.